here. Am I supposed to take it off my bar and put it down?
Together. 1 second. Anyway, so I'm sure there's some people here.
Oh my god, this is so good. And also, so I was on a call with one of the coaches. Oh my god. And now it's just starting to light up out of the blue. That's crazy. So I have basically Amelia's Spiritual Show is a podcast that I started when I did my first awakening in 2020. Amelia's Spiritual Show with lots of lie detectors. So it's me basically speaking with spirit and channeling messages, speaking with my heart. So ink everywhere. So talking about ink, I want to talk about also what they can do, because I want to remake those investigation court, like for the upcoming years, everything will be public. So basically what they started to do, I had to go like 5 years ago. That's why all of my drawings that I've done so far, I did them with a pen, with like not the ink, but with a little pencil, like the old school way, because they are able to block the ink. I guess with the magnet. I don't know how they're able to do it exactly, what's the science behind it. Maybe you can explain it to me in the comments below. So we're now March 5th. It's been like about a week that I went to the Apple store, and the next step is to go to the police, like I said. So now I was actually recording and I saw how beautiful the view was and everything. And as I was logged into my computer, they were able to play also with the cursor of my computer to delay my entry, to delay me from opening my Zoom call, because I have little courses and exam. So they were trying to delay me here remotely with their technology. And it's crazy the amount of things they can do. Like right now, like they're putting a weight on my hair, so sometimes I have to kind of remove the like right now I have to remove it, like they're pressing, they're adding a weight on my hair. So let me know in the comment section also if it happened to some of you. So basically, also I have like scars on my ears from that, both sides. This is what they used to do when I was a kid. So this technology has been there for 50 years, hundreds of years. It says basically that it was here since the 90s. So since about like at least a good 50 years or more. And it started to be domestic actually in the 90s, but it was there before that. So I just saw videos. It's a doctor. We actually explained that this is to have a population control. So this is the type of technology they use, a microwaves system. So it's the SSS, silence broadcast. So basically they're able to do a lot of things without leaving a trace. So this is why it's so hard to dismantle it. It's more than a terrorism, it's like a genocide, it's an Holocaust. Like Bill Gates have said in the past in his conferences when he was speaking on stage, he would say that basically the next war is not going to be a war with guns, it's not going to be a bloody war, it's going to be a man-elaborated weapon, and this is what actually it is. It's a invisible waves, and they're using like I'm not quite sure like exactly the waves that they use, but basically they are slowly able to kill people with that technology. And more than that, they're able to kind of slow down people. So like right now they affected my pen. I have ink all over. And I see synchronicity. It's crazy. Yesterday I was trying to stay calm and watch my computer. And because I'm very calm, it's kind of my superpower also. I'm a very calm person, but I do have a lot of thoughts coming in, and it basically I was always able to kind of deal with it. I was always strong enough to calm myself and deal with that. And then once I was talking about ADHD, something like that. I'm not sure to say it in a proper way, but the girl from the coaching, she stopped and she said, "Oh my God, I just had a blank. I have ADHD," something like that. I know I don't say it the right way, but anyways, she said that. And then she's like, "Can some people help me in the chat?" Like, she was not able to continue our coaching call. And it's crazy. I wrote it down here. This is from yesterday, video about ADHD. I was not able to stay in place. I was able to calm myself. And then the coach said at the same time, like Apple Store, saying I have a lot of synchronicity. Even at the Apple Store a few days ago, I was writing down my password and then 2023. And then the girl in front of me said 2023 as I was tapping 2023. And you can believe it or not, but I've seen a lot of synchronicity and I know what it looks like. And you may think I'm crazy, but I'm not. Like Nikola Tesla said, we are in a simulation. And basically, so it's just crazy. So they affected my pants. They're able to affect the pants. So we have to go back the old way, basically. Come back to the time of, before technology, and also prediction were made that we will have to deactivate the 5G towers, which those predictions, I was reading about it like 6 years ago. And now we see Donald Trump with articles talking about the 6G. And I'm like, whoa, this is starting to be really scary, because they try to slow down my computer and my phone and play with it remotely, and they get mad because everything goes so rapidly. And they are Flintstones with archaic psychology, archaic programming, and they want to catch up, and they want to continue to enslave the human beings. They want to continue to be in their pyramidal scheme and continue to have their little checks and their little money that comes in their bank account, because they're corrupted and they're cowards walking among us. So what they do is they pay and they control who is basically awakening in society, so that they are able to stay in control and continue to enslave their own species. So this is what is happening. And I've been studying this for 5 years now. I have my association, the Army of Angels United. I'm also doing like a weekly Zoom call every Wednesday at 9 p.m. EST. If you are a targeted individual and you are also doing your own investigation, let me know in the comment section if you have tips and things. I have a group chat also on my Instagram, the Army of Angels United. If you want to join the group chat, this is where I post the Zoom link every Wednesday. I would love to get to know you. I would love to build a community of people with all of you, so that we start to do the investigation all together. This is how we can really win and to go further. I have the 1 billion collective lawsuit also that we started. So it's just crazy. And now, to be honest, I have a lot of things to do. And to denounce this at the police, I don't feel like it's pointless. I will do it very soon. But I'm just saying, like, I denounced like 2-3 times some things at the police, and they told me lack of proof, or they were not really supportive of me when I was denouncing something. So I believe that those who will make a lot of changes in the world are going to be the targeted individuals, associations also, like Targeted Justice, like the Army of Angels United, like other associations out there also. And this is what we need to do, like those corporations are doing right now to finance wars, to finance those archaic, outdated pyramidal scheme. They're mad that we have ChatGPT, that we have Gaia, that we have 5G that goes so rapidly, and they would want us basically to be kind of in the state where we go so slow. And as they use the 5G to target us with radiation and EMF and microwaves, that doesn't leave any proof. Well, right now we can, and we're starting to be able to have the proof. So they would want us to be like in a cave with nothing, slow, so they could like enslave us, like in the old times, like they were, you know, whipping the people like slaves. But now it's illegal to do it, so they hide themselves in corporation, and then they use the microwaves, the radiation, the EMF, and they do basically, you know, when you have food poisoning and something like this is coming from radiation. So there's a lot of tools and technology that we can buy these days to protect ourselves from it. And this is what I'm gonna figure out with you. And also, I will also add the descriptions in the video so you can have access to tools and things that are helpful in cases of radiation, in cases of you being a targeted individual. And this is what I can tell you so far. I'm just right now in school. I have to move out of my place also because they are doing intimidation. They're doing basically 24/7 illegal monitoring. Like Donald Trump said, they're like, they want not to have the 6G towers, like they want to like go inside of our skin, and like what's the point? Like they want to like now like doing the microscopic illegal of the microscopic illegal, like they want to do the 10x microscopic illegal, and then they're gonna be the 20x microscopic illegal surveillance, and soon enough they're going to watch us opening the cereal, the box of cereal, to see the reaction that we have as we open the cereal and the box of cereal. Like, and Donald Trump is like, what is happening? So I really believe the prediction that at some point, for our protection, for the protection of humanity, we will have to deactivate those towers, because this is how they, with electricity, with the 5G towers, I was able also to see during my trips that it's not related to our phones. The problem is what we emit, like the vibrations that we emit from our brain. This is what they're able to follow us with. So I left my phone for 3 weeks and I went to Africa. The same thing that they were able to do. So I'm helping you out there. It's not your phone the problem. It's you. They're tracking you. End of the story. The problem is not the phone. The problem is the satellites, the 5G towers, electricity that we need to investigate in every city. 5G towers that needs to be public so that we know in all times what is happening in our own cities, so that we can dismantle human trafficking. They just were able to dismantle a pedophile ring of child trafficking. 170 people were arrested, terrorists and pedophiles, in Texas, United States. So it's amazing. And hopefully they do the same in Canada and Quebec, because, you know, there's a lot of racism, there's a lot of bad things, and these are my own people from my own culture, and they are Quebecois, and they are terrorists, and they need to be dismantled and arrested as soon as possible. So they are able to play with your oven, they're able to play with your hair, your tongue, they're able to make you mispronounce words, they're able to come on your basically human system, or I would say like your they're able to just sit on you basically, and then they're able to kind of stress you, and this is really what they want to play with. They really put a lot of emphasis on stress. So this is really what they look at. They want to see my reaction. Is she scared? Is she stressed? So they want to inflict stress, violence. They want to see if you are scared or not. And this is what they're able to feed off. So they are testing you, they're observing you, and they want to see what they can do basically. They're constantly in complot and playing chess in society, and basically they're not scary. They are just like me and you. They just decided to join cult, to join criminal organizations, and they are just like you. nothing scary. They're just big groups of people using really painful and destructive weapons, microwave weapons, higher technology, phantom technology, that is able to basically remotely block the access of a phone, of a computer. They're just blocking the access. Like, let's say Alzheimer's. Some people think they have Alzheimer's, but they don't. They're just blocking the data. They're just, with their weapons, they're just like able to block and isolate. Like the idea that you may have, they're doing the same. They're blocking the idea like this, and then you let it out, and then you have your idea. They're not able to remove nothing. They're just able to block. They block with their little weapons. That is able actually to kill someone, kill a dog. Chelsea from the United States is now working with me in my association, the Army of Angels United. And she told me basically that they killed her dog, and that they targeted her due to corruption. She told me about all of the doctors that get away and they know that people are being hit with directed weapon energy and they don't do anything to help them. They get away with corruption, with money. And she herself as a nurse has been bringing a testimony as that she was receiving big amount of money in her bank account. So this is what I can tell you for today. I'm gonna get back to my little call, and I continue basically to try to work to find a new job. They affected my job 5 years ago, and I'm under investigation. There's a lot of things to look at. I was in Montreal, Canada when everything happened. So this is a big organization. They are able to buy a lot of terrorists, a lot of people easily. There's so much example, like just Aaron Carter when he passed away last year or 2 years ago, he said that. This is one of my favorite example. Just to show you the level of corruption. They came when he was younger in his house and they proposed him money so that he could lie about the fact that Michael Jackson was a pedophile. So the level of corruption that they can do when it comes to sabotage the reputation of someone, when it comes to target the business of someone, the money of someone is huge. It's like right now they are sending electroshock on the top of my head, and Chelsea told me that basically if they do 10 minutes of that, they are cashing out money. So there's people in real time paying for your destruction. Some people are paying to basically target you because of extreme jealousy, because of control. They are basically human viruses, zombies, and we just found out basically that because they are rotating, they're taking shifts, so that this microscopic illegal surveillance happen in all times. And I was like, how can they do this? They don't sleep. So what happens is they have a mechanism, like a technology that assemble itself and migrate to the brain. And this is what they're able to play with remotely to basically not make them sleep no more. So they're able to have slaves that in all times are able to target and affect the life of their victim, of their prey, in a subtle way. So this is what they've been trying to do with me, is to, I'm gonna do another videos about that, of all of the ways that they attempted to end my life. So basically they play with my heartbeat, they tried to orchestrate an accident, they tried to slow me down, they tried to they targeted my job, they sent electroshock on my body, they scare away some people around so that I'm isolated and that I'm alone. They orchestrate as much thing as they can. And they're losing their time because, like I said, now we're in a movement where Epstein files is coming out. Now they just dismantle a huge pedophile ring of child human trafficking in Texas, United States. And we are now starting to be more detective, more people undercover, and also people speaking up on social media, very loud. And we are investigating. We are loud, and we are in all our position all over the world, starting to denounce, to expose, and to take also videos in actions of all of the proof that we need to come together for this $1 billion collective lawsuit. And I had a comment of someone saying that it should be $100 billion. And I agree with him. Like, when it comes to all association worldwide coming together and all victim and targeted individual coming together, it probably will maybe reach the trillions of dollars. But it's a good start if we can finance peace and we can have more money, more resources, and that we can buy away the terrorists, basically. Because this is what they do. The cyber hacking that they have, the terrorist code, and all of their criminal organization, pedophile ring, human trafficking, they all come together basically to fund illegal activities. And today I was overhearing, also because I'm a spiritual gifted person and I really have a high protection over my life. And basically the police told me, or law enforcement that is not corrupted told me, Amelia, we will be using your spiritual gift to dismantle big criminal organization. So I'm really here to help the law enforcement that is not corrupted and all of the world for the highest good of this world in all times. My goal is to really finance peace and to bring people together and to end this injustice. Everyone should be allowed to work in peace, to work out in peace, to have their own thoughts, to have their own silence, their own peace. So this is what I'm advocating for. And I love you so much. This is all for today, and I will keep you updated when I speak with the police, and I will tell you what they do with that, if they are just, trying to silence it or, not do much with it. And also I have to call the line for human trafficking and the space line also, because they're playing with how can I say that? They're playing with the space around, like the biofield of people. So it's very sad. I'm heartbroken from that. This is a transhumanism. This is an Holocaust. This is a modern day human exploitation, human slavery. This is inhuman, and this is explaining the homeless, the suicide, heart attack, strokes, orchestrated accident, business sabotage, reputation sabotage, isolation, also how they're able to isolate one person, and they do it on me, on a girl like me, and it's not so subtle, I don't have any criminal past. I'm a lover. I just want to have one person to love and to have kids. I've worked hard. I worked really hard my entire life. I started to work, I was 15 years old in the family store, in the store of my family. I built my first business, I was 22 years old. Now I'm trying to build something else that AI and all of their basically weapons and technology will not be able to take from me. I'm trying to build something that will stay with me for a lifetime and that I will be able to live of and, transform into an empire and also change the world and help so many people. So I love you so much. Comment below if you like this video, and if you have some tips for me, if you're a targeted individual, would love to connect with all of you, and peace everybody.